Alright, so now we're going to try out my idea for the pay-per-view hype. So this is FWF pay-per-view hype for Extreme 2, the second Extreme. If you haven't seen the first one, it's on my other channel, Star Rocks Collection. Yeah. Now, I might put the link in the description. I usually don't. But, I doubt anyone will see this because I hardly ever get views. But, yeah. So, let's start off. Basically, I'm going to show you the matches in the order. The pictures in the order that the matches are going to happen. So, start off with the first match. It's going to be Flame versus Shane Drago for the Dragon Division Championship. Now, Flame got the title by beating Permanent. As you can see, in an FWF match for the title, it was best 2 out of 3 falls, and Flame won by a clean sweep, becoming the champion. And we didn't want to have Permanent get a rematch because, you know, we already done the match twice. So we took 6 other people from that tournament and put them into a battle royal, which was won by Shane Drago. As you can see, him and Daretrix were the last 2 men, and Shane Drago was setting up for his finisher right there, as you can see in one of the pictures I took. So, yeah, so he ended up winning the battle royal. It was over the top rope, and he ended up having to face Flame for the title. However, this is not the first time these 2 men have ever fought. They fought at Immortality 2 in a semifinals match in the same tournament Flame won, and Flame defeated Shane Drago in the semifinal round. So as you can see, they've already fought. So what's to expect here when they actually fight for the championship? So Flame obviously has a slight advantage over Shane Drago because he's already beaten Shane Drago, so he knows he can do it. Though I wouldn't be surprised if Shane Drago won. I mean, he was really impressive in the Battle Royal. He eliminated half the men that were in there. So, moving on to the next match. Now, this match is a #1 contenders match between Supergirl and DiCapri. Now, DiCapri debuted and beat Pink Ranger and went on to face Jean Grey in a qualifier match. And she ended up beating Jean Grey. And that's pretty much how she did it right there. She kicked her twice with 2 super kicks and ended the match. That's one of the pictures I took. And then Supergirl, in a mini-sode, went on to beat Yellow Ranger in an impressive fashion. It was a great match. Yellow Ranger used her speed, but it wasn't enough to stop Supergirl. So these 2 will face, and the winner will face either Harley Quinn or Black Widow. We'll get to that match later. Now this next match. Now this match, I kind of want to see. You got Iron Man and Captain America facing Cyclops and Wolverine, the Avengers versus the X-Men. Now, Captain America and Iron Man became the tag team champions in a TLC match, but I recorded that match like twice, and Iron Man and Captain America won the first time, X-Men won the second time, and then Iron Man and Captain America won the one that I recorded the third time. So I wanted to give them a little fair rematch because, you know, they deserve it. So, they had a singles match, you know, to set up for when they're going to face each other at Extreme. Cyclops defeated Iron Man, getting his first victory with a super kick right on the jaw of Iron Man. It was a good match. Cyclops kept kicking out, and he got him with that one super kick and ended it. But Captain America redeemed Iron Man by defeating Wolverine. And there's one of the pictures I took. He picked him up. Look at that. Hoisting the man up in the air. So we know Captain America's strong. So how that match is going to play out, we don't really know. Considering Captain America defeated Wolverine. However, Cyclops defeated Iron Man. Now, on to Harley Quinn versus Black Widow for the Superwoman's title. Harley Quinn decided she would face Invisible Woman 1 week and She-Hulk the next week in order to pick the stipulation. And Black Widow proposed it to her, and she was like, okay, I accept. I was surprised, and considering she's the champion, you would think she would want Black Widow to do some stuff to pick the stipulation. Nonetheless, she ended up beating Invisible Woman, so all she had to do was beat She-Hulk, and she did defeat She-Hulk, picking the stipulation a stink face match. So it's going to be Harley Quinn versus Black Widow in a stink face match at Extreme 2. That should be interesting, and it probably get a lot of views because of that. Yeah, enjoy it while it's there. Moving on to the next match. Now, Sub-Zero versus the Hulk for the FWF International Championship. The champion is Sub-Zero. They fought at Final Fantasy II, as you can see there. Sub-Zero tombstoned the Hulk on the outside, leaving him lying to get a count-out victory. But I was like, nah, you can't just beat the Hulk with a count-out victory. That's not even legit. So I decided to put these two men in a steel cage match. Leading up to their steel cage match, Hulk faced Superman in a no DQ match and won due to Super Boo's interference. And then Sub-Zero went on to defeat Super Boo due to Superman's interference. Now, they both have momentum heading into this match, but this brings me to the next match, which is for the FWF World Heavyweight Championship. Now, we already talked about how they've been interfering in each other's matches, but they did fight at Final Fantasy II for the title, which is where Super Boo became the World Heavyweight Champion. He didn't defeat Superman by submission, but he did use the submission on Superman, so I took a picture of that. I thought that was pretty cool. Now, he has a win over Superman, but Superman proved he has the ability to beat Super Boo when there was a brawl at the end of episode 28 where Superman came out on top, pedigreeing, or using the kryptonite driver on Super Boo. Just a picture of that. So, to the main event, the Gotham Extreme Fatal 4-Way. The Joker is the FWF champion. He defeated Ryu Hayabusa at Immortality in an Elimination Chamber match. Then, at Final Fantasy II, defeated him again in the rematch with the, what did I call it? Dr. J. The Dr. J. Batman then confronted him, saying he needed to take the title from Superman. Well, from the Joker. And the Joker said, well, you gotta beat Robin. And Batman failed. By the way, Robin's haircut, I didn't do that at all. The game glitches sometimes when I take the screenshots, so sometimes they don't look the way they're supposed to. Anyway, Robin ended up defeating Batman, so that would make him #1 contender, right? Well, Joker didn't like that so much, so Deathstroke ended up attacking Robin backstage. So then in a tag team match at episode 19, the Joker tapped out to the well, I don't know what to call the submission hold, but I just called it the grapple rope, which is pretty lame, but I called it that. So Batman ended up picking up some momentum of his own, and to make sure there was no interference by Deathstroke, I added him to the match to make it a fatal 4-way, and it is elimination, and it's for the FWF Championship. So that's it for all the hype for Extreme 2. Hope you enjoy the pay-per-view. Matches will be uploaded later on this week. Thanks for watching.